Greetings and thanks for tuning in today. My name is Dr. Jeanette DeWitt. I am a doctor of physical therapy and a chronic pain specialist, and I am super excited because I am celebrating Pain Be Gone. What I mean by that is, as I was driving in to the office today, I was just reflecting on my day yesterday, and I remembered a gentleman who had come in, and he literally was in so much pain that over the weekend he thought that he was going to have to go to the emergency room or to an urgent care. The only reason that he did not rate his pain at 100 over 100 is because he did not actually physically go to the emergency room or the urgent care. So he gave it a 99 out of 100. And yesterday, when he came in, it was starting to ease up a little bit. He was rating it about 70 out of 100, which in my pain world, that's about definitely noticeable. That's what 70 means. I have a different scale. Most people have a 0 to 10 scale. I do the 10-point increment scale, and 70 out of 100 is definitely noticeable. 99 out of 100 is high alert. I am really about ready to go to the ER. And that's where he was on Sunday. Yesterday was Monday, and he was down to a 70. But he was walking crazy. He came in, I knew immediately what the problem was, because he was walking with like a stiff leg, and he had no rotation in his pelvis. He didn't have full knee range of motion. He was just, you could see that something was obviously bothering him. And I will tell you that that 70 out of 100 score is pretty normal to start showing signs of not moving your body parts in the way that they're supposed to. So for example, if it's your leg or your back or your hip, you're going to be limping. If it's your arm, you might be kind of holding it down this way. Regardless, 70 out of 100 is not a pain level that most people want to operate at for very long. And as I talked to him, we went through a pain assessment, which for me, it's a movement assessment. And what I was trying to find out is how many parts of his body were asymmetrical, meaning how many movements didn't feel the same on one side as they felt on the other side. And if I remember correctly, he had 19 asymmetrical movements. 19 movements where one side of the body didn't move like the other side of the body. That's a lot. That is a lot of things out of symmetry and out of balance. So what we did is we did 3 things. First, we did that body assessment, that movement assessment. Second, we looked at his pelvis, which I knew wasn't rotating correctly. So I actually did precision neuromuscular therapy with him, which is a medical massage technique that I'm certified in. And literally it takes about 9 minutes to do that technique that he could benefit from. And after that technique, he went from a 70 to a 20. A 70 to a 20, and he was walking normal. He said he still felt some tightness, he felt a little bit of stiffness, but how would you feel if you came in like moving your leg like this because you couldn't, everything was locked up. And in 9 minutes, we took his pain from 70 to 20. I say 70 because when I have a client come in for medical massage, it's an engaging session. It's not you lay on the table and do nothing. It's you giving me feedback. You might be pushing against me. You might be relaxing. You might be contracting some muscles. I might be stretching you at the same time I'm trying to pin some muscles down. Regardless, it's not a lay on my table and do nothing type of session. You're constantly giving me feedback, because in 9 minutes of you giving me feedback and me working on you, I can take your pain from 70 to 20. The next thing we did is a corrective exercise. Now, I use a technique called total motion release. I'm one of 10 master clinicians in the country who Tom DeLonzo Baker actually trusts for me to coach people through total motion release as a corrective exercise program. And I took this gentleman through that. We did one corrective exercise and his symptoms went down to a 10. He walked in with a 70. He left walking normal with a 10. And I would like to say that that 10 out of 100 is probably a little bit of post-treatment soreness, because when he's moving the way he should be moving, he didn't have access to that movement before coming in. So he might be a little bit achy from that. That would be a normal response to either the medical massage with precision neuromuscular therapy or the corrective exercise with the total motion release. Interesting point. When we went through COVID and a lot of healthcare professionals were shut down for a few weeks because they didn't know how to do telehealth, total motion release is what I did during telehealth and had very similar results, working with people, taking them from 90 out of 100 down to 0, taking them from 70 out of 100 down to 10, just like this gentleman experienced yesterday. Did a little bit of hands-on work, did a little bit of corrective exercise, and we got to celebrate him walking out the door with no limping, with pain, I wouldn't even say pain, just a little treatment soreness of 10 out of 100. And if he wanted to go fishing, because he's an avid fisherman, he could go ahead and go fishing and not even be thinking about his symptoms coming back. So I just want to share that with you, because so many times people think, oh my gosh, I've got to go to all these appointments and I've got to call and I've got to drive there and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And it's overwhelming at times to think about all the things you got to do just to get your symptoms down just a little bit. It doesn't have to be that way. And if you have questions about your pain, if you have questions about, is medical massage or precision neuromuscular therapy for you? Is total motion release and corrective exercise for you? I will tell you that 95% of my clients, whether it's virtually and we just do corrective exercise, or whether they come into my office and we do a hybrid approach, 95% of people who work with me on the first day get at least 30% better. And in cases like today, it's way more than 30%. But I will say that based on the numbers that I've taken, at least 95% of people get a 30% improvement working with me for 30 to 45 minutes. And as I'm telling you right now, this gentleman yesterday, he went from a 70 down to a 10 in 1 hour. If this sounds like something that you might be interested, go ahead and reach out to me. You can either private message me, you could comment in the feed below, share this out to people that you know who might be suffering with chronic pain. Because in this office and virtually with my clients, I love celebrating pain be gone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.